what's your chance, right? On the D100, you drop a fireball on yourself.
Oh.
No!
Oh.
Did you
And
kill
this was
everyone?
like
Level
almost,
3, right?
almost. I also killed the boss. My character was dead.
You killed the boss.
We killed the boss, so there you go.
God damn it, dude.
Yeah,
Little-
like it reaffirmed that I should be a DM and not a player.
So
I
was
love my
it 2
character.
fireballs that they had you drop, or did they just?
Yeah, 2. There was there was one round in between. So I dropped the fireball, went down. I almost died, but it was like the damage was relatively low. I lucked out on the rolling in that regard, and I made my own dexterity save, so I only got half damage. So it still downed me because I'm level 3. So I still got go down.
Yeah.
I lived. And then it happened again because someone revived me, basically like brought me up a potion. Like, we need you because like you're the only guy that can do magic in our party. And I was like, I'll save you. And I did catapult, which is a level spell. And he was like, I'm gonna make you do another wild magic search. I was like, sure, why not? And I rolled an 8. And I did my dexterity check and I failed. So I dropped like a solid 36 damage or something on a character that only has 12.
Oh.
That's painful.
Yeah, so I incinerated myself, but the boss went down as well.
You win, but you're a party member shorter.
Yeah. And everyone didn't necessarily mourn my character, but the old lady that we took off the streets and took with us for collateral. she died in the explosion as well. I love chaotic one-shots. Anyway, speaking of chaos, can you guys tell me what you did last week?
Well,
Did a little fight, made a little love, got down tonight.
from the outside in,
We did none of those things.
looks like
We did a little
looks
fight.
like the party. You went across the river. Pager, yeah, you fought the delirium, the delirium husk, and then also the
witch,
the witch, who tried to possess Elodie, failed miserably, and then dissipated into nothing.
Right.
Yeah. She touched your chest, and you just looked at her like, "What?" And then she's just like,
and totally discovered the Lazarus pit. You kicked the dude back into the pond, and he came back out. Lazarus pit. It's a Batman reference. It's what they dunk Ra's al Ghul.
Yeah. I just had to. I just had to be like, wait, what do you mean? What? Right.
Found some shards. Made it to Buckle Down Row. Learned about a few things there, and then totally went to go make friends in his usual fashion.
Friendship is magic.
You're breaking up a bit again.
Oh no!
Not for me.
Well, just saying, I totally went to go make friends and did his usual friend-making technique where it goes horribly wrong.
Back again. Right. I can hear you. So yeah, you're in Buckle Down Row. You had a look around over there, and I told you go and talk with some people that you hope were inclined with you in shape or form, and apparently they weren't.
No, they're fine. They just need a bit of convincing.
Well, did we lose Tim again?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think Discourse just I think it's Discourse just pooping the bed today.
I can see the connection is spiking like mad.
That's so weird because I'm not getting any connection issues.
It's the inbound, not the outbound packet. What we can do, let's see how it rolls for now. But if it keeps on doing this, what we can also opt is to just drop all the webcams to see if that improves the quality of the connection.
Right.
For now, I'd
Yeah.
say it seems like it's okay again, but if it isn't at some point, let's just drop the webcams. Yeah.
Right.
Sure.
Okay.
All right. But for now, buckle down row. Yes.
Oh, hey, look, they're my new friends.
Here we are. So, as a recap of the last part of last week, Atoli, you walked in, you had a bit of a talk at the bar. You tried to address the lady sitting at the bar, and she just raised her hand and said, "Kill him."
Yeah.
And instead of apologizing, which isn't in your nature, I get it. You you decided to produce a bit of magic in your hand as well. Like, come at me, bitch.
Yep.
That's exactly what they're doing.
Mhm.
So as such, I would say let's go ahead and roll for initiative. For all of you, you can join in as well in the roll. I think right now you're not aware of what's happening just yet, but let's just get the roll done.
There's no encounter going.
There is right now. Go ahead.
I'm okay with that.
I really can't roll initiative.
Let's see. Let's start with that. Okay. Music played. We need something more rousing. There we go.
You said rousing, not arousing. Okay.
Oh no, arousing is it's not that type of bar. So Ellie, at the moment you are not aware of what's happening, so I will skip you for now.
Okay.
Totally, you actually get the first hand in. What are you gonna do?
Well, he did sit down in the corner, sipping that fancy bottle of very expensive wine, and while still conjuring that chaotic magic in his one hand, he's still taking another sip of the wine in his other as this stupid thug keeps walking closer. And he puts the cup down and just looks at him and recognizes that look in his eyes that he's not gonna stop. And then he fires off a chaos bolt
Okay.
at level 2.
Now he is technically in melee range, but I'll allow that he's blocking up, so you will do so without disadvantage.
Fair. That's 14 to hit.
That'll hit.
That'll be 19 damage. Off.
All right.
1/1. So that'll be acid damage.
Nice. So 19 points of acid damage makes him bloodied. And he doesn't like that. All of the patrons around him will immediately look around like what just happened and stand up.
And-
anything else you do?
I'll just say, I warned you. And then put the glass down quietly, like slowly on the table.
I love the defiance. That's great.
I'm not sure where the third d6 comes from with the damage of the Chaos Bolt. Because it should be just 2d8
It's
plus
level
2d6, I think.
It's level 2.
Yeah, but
Yeah, he leveled it.
Level 1 is 1d6, level 2 should be 2d6.
Yeah, but
And it's currently doing 3d6.
yes, but where is it? If you roll the same number on both d8s, the chaotic energy leaps from one target to a different creature of your choice within 30.
Yeah, okay, but that shouldn't change the damage.
No, that's the d6s as well, not the d8. What the?
Yes, 2d8 plus 1d6, and then you have when you cast the sight mode, you do another d6. So it's
I see what's happening.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I see what's happening. One that was hit. He actually is not hit for 19, but he's hit for because those 2 points will be deducted. So for 17. So I'm giving him 2 health, and you can pick another target to which this bolt jump.
Yeah, it'll just jump to the guy over here next to him as well.
All right, and that one will get the 2 points.
It's a separate
Plus-
attack roll.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
that's
And a
I
separate
think
damage
what
roll.
yeah, and I think what happened here is that it basically just rolled that in with.
yeah,
with
it
all
did
this.
roll 2d6s as well. So
It should roll 2.
wait, that's
You 2d8 plus 2d6 for every target it hits.
so I
So
need to roll a
it's
new
re-
damage. No,
And
no, a
new
new
damage.
a new attack roll.
Uh,
If you roll the same number on both, the chaotic energy leaps from the target to a different creature of your choice within 30 feet of it. Make a new attack roll against the new target and make a new damage
Yep.
roll, which could cause
But
the
you
chaotic
didn't
energy
roll.
to.
But you
Then
we'll
didn't roll
just
this.
scrap the.
D8.
Yeah.
What we'll do is we'll just scrap the third d6, so the 2. So it does 2 points less damage, and you can make another attack roll against the new target.
Well,
But it's,
no,
it's
because
not.
he
Yeah,
doesn't,
it's not.
doesn't
It's
have the
not.
same.
It's not the d8s that roll 2 equals. It's the d6s. Chaos Bolt is fun, but also very confusing.
It's chaotic.
Foundry is just doing something weird here.
Each target takes 1d6 extra damage of the type rolled.
Yeah, you're right. So we'll just scrap the third d6. So the 2 points, we'll scrap those, and that's it.
Yeah.
So it won't jump to another. Yeah.
No. 17. That's still
Okay.
fine.
That's still a lot. Yep. Anything else?
No, that's fine. He just said, like, defiantly, I warned you. I don't want to fight.
All right. The bugbear that is standing outside can definitely hear this commotion going on. Will look inside and then bellow out across the street, "We got trouble!" The entire street is in reaction. At this point, the rest of the party knows that something's up.
Oh, okay.
The bugbear itself will stand its ground where he is right now. Nespip, your turn.
First of all, Nestor would probably already be on his turtle because
Mhm.
why walk when you can just get carried everywhere?
True.
And hearing that there's trouble, he would try to run over there. So, to collide. Does that work? Yeah, 35. Then Tali's gonna use his action to dash, or yeah, I can do that by riding him, I think. Yeah, that should be enough. Gonna ride up to the door and I'm gonna ask the bugbear, what's happening?
Uh, he'll look you straight in the eye and say, "This doesn't concern you, stranger."
Can I see Atoli in there?
Oh, yeah. The door's wide open. You
Okay.
can see what's happening there.
Um, then what can I do? Because I don't want to start killing.
That's my brother from another mother.
That could be fun. Uh, trying to Yeah, let's do that. I have MacBook there. Only. Not to do.
Okay, now Discord is
Oh.
crapping out for me.
Same.
Yeah, I can barely understand Christian.
I'm gonna join the webcam well, just to be sure.
Yeah.
Did that make a difference?
Nope. I still got 1,674 MS.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Try swapping servers again?
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm having a
numbers.
quick look at the.
Numbers going down.
Yeah. It should be back again.
Oh.
Uh,
Yep.
That's
And
yeah,
less
yeah,
than
that
100
fine
MS
now.
now.
sounds better.
Yeah, and I was looking at the same thing that Tim just posted. Discord is indeed having some issues on the server side, which
Oh, okay.
is what it is. Can you repeat what you just said, Nespip?
I was confused onto what to actually do, but I think Nesbib is gonna ride into the room with Tali next to Atoli and can I make a non-lethal attack on the guy there
With what,
while I'm
like a melee
still
weapon?
with a melee weapon? Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, with my Pokémon.
That'll
15 to hit. I think that hits. That's
11 damage,
11
right?
damage.
He is really hurting, but he's still standing.
Wait, why did it roll?
It rolls separately for one-handed and two-handed because
Oh.
it's different die.
Okay. Only notice now. So what? Sorry, what happened?
He's just really
So you hit him
bloody.
for 11 points of damage, and he's really bloodied, but he's still standing.
Okay, and I'm gonna say let's calm all down. Let's all calm down. And that's it. That's my turn.
Cool. Do you need the template still?
No, but I'm not sure how to delete them.
Remove it? I can. That's why
Thank
I
you.
asked. Alrighty. Let's see. Nibarlin. Commotions and whatnot. And people.
So he's obviously gonna at least move here. Blondie's going to. Wow, it's all 40 feet. That's crazy. Okay. She will move there. So I will. I'm gonna cast Thaumaturgy. This is actually Barry. I was gonna try and do something once I walk into the room.
Okay.
I'm gonna start. I don't think I don't think I can do it all here. So I'm gonna cast Thaumaturgy. I'm gonna send you my idea of kind of the list of effects that are gonna happen. With a variety of stuff. So let me just do that right now. And
okay,
this will probably happen next turn, but This will be all the effects that happen, and it should fit within the parameters of the limits.
Yes, right now, prestidigitation on your next turn to complement that, right?
No, it's thaumaturgy, but
Because you send me two
It's-
things. You send me thaumaturgy and
oh.
prestidigitation. That's what I'm asking.
Oh, it's thaumaturgy. I was.
Oh,
I was
okay.
just. Yeah.
All right. In that case, yes, you can.
Yeah, I was looking at when I was trying to research what it was. I was looking at looking at the two. But
Perfectly
yeah, so I'll be doing. It'll make sense next turn, but if you're okay with it.
Yep, I am.
Okay. So yeah, I guess I'll
Anything
ready
else?
thaumaturgy and I would dash, but I with thaumaturgy, so no.
Fair enough. Alrighty. Next up, on the roof, you will start seeing that multiple of the bandits that are standing watch on top of the buildings that you saw as you were entering Buckle Down Row, that are coming towards the edge of the roof to look down at the commotion. And you'll see a total of, hang on, where's the fourth one? You see 4, of which I apparently just lost a token, but we'll. Oh, there it is. Hang on. You'll see 4 of them with crossbows that are coming towards the edge. And one of them, who has its turn right now, will point its crossbow at Elodie, who is still in the middle, and he says, "Don't move." He won't shoot. He will just aim at you. Another one of them, who is also on the roof, basically behind Elodie, does the same thing. He doesn't shout it out, but he's pointing his crossbow at Elodie. In the meantime,
Not a
on the
Navarlan? Not a Navarlan who's moving towards the thing?
oh, these are just these two.
These are just the ones you can see.
These two? Which two?
The ones that are pointing at you are this one and that one.
Oh, okay.
Wow. Okay. I love that I'm a target of interest when I'm not even doing anything yet. Because I wasn't allowed to do anything. These men have seen me do nothing. But I guess I will just stay there.
That's why they're not shooting it, right? Like it's.
Yeah.
In the meantime, inside Sneaky McGee's, you will hear a chair drop in another room as one of the thugs that is inside there will rush towards the door, open it, come out, immediately look at the situation, see Atoli, and take out a mace that he's going to try and hit you with.
Oh, don't try, buddy.
One is going to be a 15 to hit,
15?
and the other one a 19 to hit. 15 and 19.
Both hit.
All right. That is in total.
Disadvantage on the 19.
A disadvantage on the 19. Alrighty. That is potentially good. That turns it into a 12.
That misses.
Good. Then you only receive 5 points of bludgeoning damage. Another one jumps from the table and rushes to the door. And Nespip, as he is coming in, clearly in aid, he will try to hit you for a 10 and for a 20.
Doesn't hit. That hits.
That is 5 points of bludgeoning damage for you as well.
Okay.
Let's see. The very bloodied one. Oh, I totally forgot something on the other two, which it's too late for that. But this one will attack Atoli again. And because of pack tactics, he has advantage. Totally forgot that they have that. which is a 18
Yep.
and a 22.
Yes.
That is 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Uh.
And finally, the one that is also sitting at the table there will rush in as well. He will attack Nespip. With advantage as well, because back tactics. Natural 20.
Oof. Okay.
And a 21.
Both hit.
That is 15 points of bludgeoning damage for you.
Ouch. I'm bloodied.
Fritz, your turn.
At this point.
Fritz is hearing a commotion and sees those weird people on the roofs, but he hasn't been addressed at all, so he'll just casually start making his way down here.
It is still relatively busy on the street. People will start to vacate the streets a little bit, but I mean, you look weird, but you haven't been yet. So yeah, you can still try to blend in. Are you trying to blend in?
Not particularly. He's just casually moving. Like he's curious what's the sound, but he's not running. He's like moving half speed.
All right. For now, you're fine.
Okay, that's turn.
All right. The other two that have shown up on the roof both point their crossbows at Nibarlan and say, "More steps, or you're getting him." And they point their crossbows towards you. They don't do anything else. Elodie.
Okay. So they're not pointing them at me anymore?
No,
Or
those
they're-
two are pointed at you. The other two are pointed at Nibarlan.
Okay. Well, my plan was gonna be to try to fucking hide somewhere, but they're looking at me, so I can't really do that.
Try
I'm
to
just
stealth
gonna
on the open
stand
street.
there. No, I'm just gonna stand there with my hands in the air, I guess. Like there's two of them, and if I move, like they're gonna shoot. Okay. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna raise my hands up and look scared. 'Cause that's
Okay,
what I am.
fair enough. Totally.
After taking both a double beating, basically, he's gonna be looking kind of pissed, hood down, and very bloody at this point. There's a certain kind of anger and rage building in his eyes, and he's kind of just done with this place right now.
Mm-hmm.
And we're gonna set fire to a couple of people here. They need DC 11 dexterity saving throw.
I love
Not
it.
sure that's how the AoE of that spell works.
What do you mean?
Certain. I think it needs to emit from you, like a line to a
Yeah,
star.
from whatever direction I choose.
Emanates
Okay.
from you in a direction you choose. So it's a line originating from you.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
along the compass. Yeah, that is true.
So you could get like two of those guys, but not.
But
You
I
can't make it in front.
I
of
can't
you.
change the template though. Like I tried
Oh, you
shifting
can-
it.
I can remove it so you can redrop it. Like that works.
Yeah, but how could I can only place it horizontally?
Oh, it won't go like vertically or
No, it won't.
anywhere else. Well, we can just use our imaginations. Draw a line.
I can draw one for you. Like, which way do you want it to go?
I mean, I would have liked to hit the people, the three of them, but seeing as apparently I can't do that, let's see. She's gonna take a little bit of heat then. Yeah, we'll just do it for right here. I don't know. You can see this, right?
Yeah, but that is towards Nespip, right?
No, from him, like that way.
So it has to originate.
Yeah, if it like, why can't I do it horizontally when the three of them here from the door then?
Well, you can if you like move yourself over there. It would give you an attack of opportunity, but then you can do it.
I still don't quite get it, I guess, but
So you could go. Yeah, you could. It's got it. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
It's
that's
it's
weird.
basically laser pointer you hold.
It can go this way. It can go this way. It could go this way. But it
Yeah, but it
can't
has to
like
start on you.
start. Yeah, it can't start
Right.
over where you're not are.
Gotta change that a little bit. Because I also have to kind of be a little careful here as well. Right. Let's do a magic missile at level 2 instead then.
Okay.
And that guy in front of me who's looking kind of battered and bruised, right?
Yeah, and I'll allow you to do that with just as a normal roll. You're still technically behind the table. It's kind of tiny in there, but I'll give you that.
Put finger guns from behind the table. Pew pew. Right. Well, we'll direct 1 at that guy, and we'll direct 3 at this other guy.
Sure.
So, 1, 2 damage.
+1 is 3. He's still standing, but barely.
3, 4,
Yep.
and 4,
And another 4. Nice.
and 3.
Oh yeah, because you upcast.
Yep.
Yep. Noted. Not bloodied, but hurting. The other one is near death.
You can push with a bonus action, right?
That's normal rules.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Okay.
That's something that Baldur's Gate invented, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, he'll just do a quick chug on the potion of healing that he has instead. Can I do that, actually?
Sounds good.
No,
Yeah,
like,
bonus
that's
action. Bonus action potion is. It should be an action, but at my table, it's bonus action because it really takes the heat out of the combat if you use an action for a potion.
Gotcha, Dodger. And 7.
And you don't have to roll for that because that is max.
Oh,
You can always take the full, so that's 10 points.
that's 10 points. Cool. Beep. All right, that's it.
All right. The bugbear will stand in between Blondie and the door and will look at Blondie menacingly. There might be a hint of doubt in this phase whether or not he wants to face off against something that looks dragonish, but it's his job, and he will. So he will stand there. He will not attack, but he will stand there. That's fair.
This is a really bad situation.
I mean, we're not fighting the bugbear, just, these guys. I mean, if you kill off the one guy, then we're only fighting 3 guys.
Yeah, but at this point we will end up fighting the whole town. That's the problem. Ness prepares with this.
Why are we going to fight the whole town? No one else is joining in.
We don't have time.
There's the lady in the back who we haven't even touched who is telling everyone what to do.
No, she
Not
just
that I
told
know
one
any of
guy.
this,
The other
but-
ones are just fools enough to jump in and get themselves killed.
I mean, and there's
she's
archers
not.
who are out.
She's not even joining. She's just sitting there.
I don't know, Nespip. I think, are you boxed in too? Is that guy is standing right there?
I'm thinking what I should do because at this point we don't really have time to discuss anything. And trying to survive in there for another round is gonna be tough. and I don't really have anything to get out of here in terms of spells. Hmm.
Fight with me, brother.
I told you, the fuck that you
You pick up
start
a Totally
here.
as an improvised weapon, and
I mean, nobody asked you to come in
I
here.
was honestly thinking about just throwing Atoli out onto the street.
No.
I'm not sure if I can do that.
That would
Or
be a
have Tali do
grapple and a throw, and you are both small creatures, so I'm not sure how that works.
I mean, I can grapple him and try to drag him out, right? But then I would get opportunity attacks for people with advantage.
I
And you
don't
can't
wanna
move
leave.
out the door because of the bugbear.
Fight,
That as well.
brother.
And fighting, I will probably die.
No, we got this.
Just 4
Nest Pip
bandits.
is. I hate this. I hate this so much.
Then why did you rush in here?
Because at that moment I was shit. Nest Pip is gonna cast I can't get out, I can't do anything, I can't do any damage into
Can you just like hide under your turtle? Like get some cover? I don't
kind
know.
of.
The bugbear isn't focused on you, right? The bugbear is focused on the dragon.
Yeah, the bugbear's not
I'm
fighting.
gonna say to yell into the room. I don't know what Atoli did. Can you calm down for a second? I'm gonna hold my hands up, not dropping my weapon, and I'm taking the dodge action.
okay, but you're holding your hands up with your weapon still in your hands.
But showing that I don't want to fight.
Yep.
And as a bonus action, I would try to down. I'm gonna try to drink potion of healing.
I mean, you literally just charged
With
in here
my-
and headbutted someone.
Yeah, but I have no clue what's going on, and it seems like you were actually the aggressor in this situation.
Whoa. These
How is that
allegations
not what's
these
happening?
these allegations against my character are rude and unfounded.
So I'm gonna take a healing potion. That's 10 points,
10 points.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, since I didn't command Tali is also taking the dodge action automatically. And that's my turn.
All right. Nabarlin.
Okay. Oh, shit, that's not what I wanted. There we go. I don't know how to get rid of the measurement thing. I'm assuming he's going to stop me at the doorway as I walk up.
You're going to walk?
That's what I'm assuming. But
Well,
that's fine.
the
What?
guards are aiming at
There's
you.
two guards aiming crossbows at you, and they told you to stop.
Well, there's a lot going on. I didn't hear it. I'm laser focused. If they attack
Fair.
me, then I
if you continue to walk, they will fire.
Oh God, breaking up. You broke up.
I love it. You're breaking
If
up, Barry. I can't hear you.
I'm just gonna walk. Can you hear me now? Because I can type it out as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, no. So
Okay,
what'd you
great.
say?
If you continue to walk, they will fire their
Oh
crossbows.
my
at
God.
you. Hang on.
Fun detected.
Yeah. Well, now it's working fine.
I just typed it out in the local chat.
Oh. Well, I mean, wouldn't that be next turn though? I'd have to. I mean, wouldn't that be on their turn though? After I do what I'm about to do.
Nope. They readied an action to do so.
Okay. All right. Well, let me think about what I'm gonna do then. uh. Okay. Well, there's two things I could just keep going and risk it. It's my plan is not to fight, just so y'all know my plan was not the fight. But I can't really express that in the amount of time it takes. I do have another. Well, just so we're aware, at this point, my voice is booming.
Yep.
So I write liturgy is going. So whatever Nabarlin says is going to be very loud.
So they might shoot at you anyway.
Demon.
I'm gonna. Shit, I keep disconnecting. I'm gonna assume that they're probably at least like me, where they're gonna hit what they shoot at. So if I move, they'll probably hit me. Okay, what? Let's see here. Actually, it probably could still work. What I was going to do. How is everything lit? Inside, outside. How is everything lit?
So outside, there's not a lot of light. So it's just natural light at this point. On the inside, there's a couple of candles here and there, and there will be candles on the wall.
Okay. Let's see. Well, I guess part of this won't work because I'm outside. But I'll just go ahead and do what I was going to do, minus the of it. So I guess Nabarlin will put his hands up because obviously they're pointing things at him, and Bonnie's going to look very confused because she thought we were about to go in there for a fight.
So you're surrendering?
Oh, I'm not surrendering. I'm going to. Basically, the ground's going to start shaking for 30 feet. So inside the building is shaking. Nabarlin will yell, "Enough! This is not the fighting pits!" And as he does that, all of the lights in the area will flicker to blue.
Thaumaturgy do multiple effects? I thought it was only one.
Well, he readied one already, so
Yeah, I'm okay with these two. Whether or not it has like this effect of what you're describing, like this is what it will do. But we'll see whether or not people are afraid of him right now. With what you're doing right now, you're trying to scare people, right? That's what you're trying to do here, right?
again, it cut out.
You're trying to scare people, right? That's what you're trying to do here.
A little bit of scare, a little bit of startle, just because this has got out of hand real quick. So I guess A little bit column A, a little bit column B. Equation and intimidation. I don't know which one it would be. Probably intimidation.
Let's do intimidation for this. Yes.
Say it again.
Intimidation.
Let's do intimidation.
Okay. Is that what you? I'm assuming ask because I broke up.
Yes. Nevarland as DM Barry.
Okay. Can I do this with advantage since I've got other stuff? I'm not just saying it. I've got other effects complementing this.
Are you gonna like roll an intimidation check or?
Well, yeah. Well, I was asking, can I do it with advantage since I have other stuff complementing it?
Are you asking if you can do it with advantage? No.
Okay.
Oh,
Damn it!
that was so close.
Nothing happens.
Well, I mean, a lot happens. Everyone is shocked
Unfazed.
at what's happening, but not scared of you.
Okay. Yeah, that's about what I figured. All right. Well, the end.
right.
Although, wait, hold on. Let me think. I do have. One more thing I could do. I guess no, I can't. Now won't be the time. No. Okay, I'm done.
All right. The two on still holding their cross and will renew their ready action, and then we'll go back inside. The thugs on the inside of Sneaky McGee's will recognize the fact that you have your hands up in the air, Nespip. And one of them will say, "The second you lower that, this will get you. Keep your hands where we can see them." And then they look at
as
Atoli
long
and they
as you
say,
don't.
Hmm?
Yeah, as long as you don't attack me.
they won't attack you as long as you keep your hands up. That's basically what they're saying. And they look at Atoli and they say, "You give up?"
What? I was only supposed to fight this one guy. He's the
That's
only one that
not
was
what I
ordered.
asked.
Oh, then hell no.
Okay. Then they will accost you.
Ooh, I'm
One of them.
accosted.
That is a 17
Yeah.
and a 20 dirty.
Yep.
That is 10 points of damage. The second one will natural 20
Ow.
and a 22.
I'm gonna go say I don't think you'll trust me, but no, neither hits.
Can try, right? That is 15, and I think that downs you.
Oh yeah. He takes a
Right.
knee, but he doesn't actually go down because of strength of the grave.
Oh.
So I just need to roll a saving check.
Yep. Two.
You said
That is
15.
against the damage for 15, so this is higher. So you drop to 1 HP instead. Yep.
Yeah. So he takes a knee in the corner, battered and broken.
It's 5 plus damage taken, and I thought it was 15 damage.
That is true. So it's a 20, so you fail.
Huh.
So you take the knee and then you drop.
Kind of like, fuck you.
I'll allow a free action saying "fuck you." Yes.
And some of that damage was from a critical hit, right?
Yes.
No,
It was
it was a dirty 20.
Yeah,
A
but the
dirty
other one
20
was a
and an
crit.
actual.
Yep.
There
Oh.
was a crit, so that isn't
have two
from
attacks.
that isn't radiant or from a critical hit. That reduces you to 0. But I guess it's not all from a critical hit,
Nope.
right? Because you added it up. But
I mean, yeah, it were
Um,
2 attacks, right?
Yeah, there were
was
2 attacks. Yes.
So it was
And the first
10
one was a
first
crit,
and then
this-
5. So the,
Well,
Oh, that's
wouldn't it?
true.
Yeah, wouldn't it have been the second attack then that didn't down me and then?
That is 2, and that will be a 10 total. So that would drop you to 1 HP. Still, you're still going to be there.
No, he'll
Yeah,
still be
but
he'll be on his knees, still looking like.
And I got 2 more thugs.
Yeah,
So
but at that point, like
that is a
going down like that, he would have admitted like he was in over his head maybe.
maybe.
like I
taking-
understandably like you have your feet to do this, so that makes sense. One more thug hits you for that's a 22. That's 5 points of damage. You're going down.
Can Tali do disadvantage on that?
That'll make it a straight roll. I don't know what the first one was again. That is a 12. That misses.
Yep.
Then we have one more thug that can't reach you, but he can use a crossbow.
But I'm behind
So
a
he will
table.
use his crossbow. So
He's got a bad angle. I'm kneeling. I'm tiny behind a table.
I understand you're trying to squeeze this, but no.
he's prone, isn't he?
Not
He is
yet. If he said that he's taking, he is still up.
I see.
That is a 19. To
Yeah.
hit for points of piercing damage from the crossbow. You are going down.
Well, in that case, he doesn't go down on his knees or front or anything. He gets like pummeled back into the corner of the room with a like arrow in his shoulder, bolt in his shoulder or something.
Sure. All right. Fritz, your turn.
He still hasn't heard anything, so he is still continuing his merry way. Nothing happens.
Just a casual
All right.
stroll.
Top of the round. A door flies open on one side of the street, and out pour 4 people, one of which you must recognize. For it is Blackjack Mel and accomplices. And they come out onto the street over here. And they look around. And as they do, they're noticing that crossbows are pointed everywhere. There's people standing in the streets. One of them swinging up her hands. And Mel says, "What's the meaning of this? What have you done?"
To me?
Yeah, he's like you're closest to him, so he'll ask you that.
Anything! I have done nothing!
God damn it, Elodie.
Oli's in that building. He's being stupid.
Whoa! Again, these accusations to my character. God.
That is what Elodie thinks.
And I thought she was
You're
one of the
being
good
honest.
ones.
I'm not going to ask you to roll a deception check. You're being honest, so he's going to be like,
He's
Okay,
getting
stay
himself
there.
killed.
"Stay there," and like that'll be his turn. The guy next to him, who looks rather creepy. He is a tall, slender man,
Slenderman.
wearing Slenderman, with a leather duster that is closed and like a bald head and really deep set eyes. He'll look at you, Fritz, and he'll just say, "Stay." As he says
Make
this
me.
to you, as he says this to you, Roll me a wisdom saving throw.
They are with advantage for me.
Sorry?
I have advantage on those.
Yeah, so you can do that with advantage.
And you go,
Oh,
no.
22.
And you just go, no.
So you will feel a chill coming up your spine, but it isn't doing anything to you, like other than just like, oh. So you're still free to move. With that, let's see. We have the two crossbows up on the roof who are still perched and pointing at Nebarlan. Elodie.
I'm just gonna take my turn to tell Blackjack Mel more things, I guess.
Go ahead.
I totally went in there. He's kind of snaky, so he wanted to find out about the snake symbol in that bar. And
he's
seems
fighting?
like chaos has ensued. Yeah, he's fighting. He is. He's not. He came in.
doesn't know
I don't know.
that.
Yeah.
I think
Well, there's commotion and everyone's pointing weapons at me, and they weren't doing that before. So I think I can assume that he's not just talking in there.
Wow, rude.
All right.
It's a
Blackjack
very
will
heated
shake his
debate,
head.
okay?
Blackjack
Aggressive
will shake his head and
negotiations.
he'll say, okay, listen, maybe something happened, and he gets a hand on his shoulder by the guy that is standing next to him. And he says, I need all of you to surrender. Please, just surrender.
Blackjack Mel says that, or the guy who put the hand on his shoulder says that?
No, that guy just doesn't say anything.
Okay. I continue to surrender. Got my hands
Good.
up. I don't have anything in my hands because my daggers are psychic. Oh.
All right, Atoli, I need a death saving throw from you.
Sure. Suck it. Natural 20.
Cool.
And has regained 1 HP.
You regain a hit point. You actually open up your eyes like, the fuck just happened?
He just okay, so he's up against the wall with a bolt in his shoulder and everything. He's just kind of starts groaning a little bit. It's like, the fuck. And then
Is that
gets
a
up.
warning shot? Like, cool. The bugbear will look to Nebarlan, not knowing whether or not Blondie is yours, but you're the closest. He says, this creature was with your group. Call it back. And he'll continue to stand like where he is. He won't attack. That's it.
Still holding up my arms. And I'm gonna say into the room, I don't know if he mocked your dead comrades or something like that. He is sometimes like this. Can we just stop for now and discuss what was happening before we kill each other?
If everyone surrenders, we will.
Atoli, please stop.
It's not my turn. I
And that's
can't
your turn?
respond.
You can give a response.
He groans.
Fair.
Okay, good.
All right. Nebarlan.
Well, I guess he'll turn off the thaumaturgy so he's not talking insanely loud anymore in booming voice. And he'll so he'll just start eating his berries, going, "Mr. Bugman, I was told by these fine gentlemen to not move. So unfortunately, you gotta ask them if that dragon thing can move."
What was the last part?
I said, Mr. Bugman, them fine gentlemen said that not to move. So ask them to if Blondie can move.
Okay. He will grunt up to the roof like, "Mm," and they will nod in response. Apparently, you're allowed to call your creature back to you.
While
Can you see
nervously
Bonnie
eating, nervously eating berries.
Fuck.
It's his comfort food.
So you just keep standing there eating berries?
I'm gonna go. I'll look over at Mel and be like, and just be like, this guy shrug my shoulders at him, like, and point over at the place, like Ellie was kind of trying to explain. But beyond that, I'm not going to try and do anything else.
All right. Are you indicating that you're surrendering? Like you're eating
Uh,
berries while this all is happening, but like, are you indicating you're surrendering?
Threateningly
yeah,
eating berries, really?
In between berries, he's here. I'll do a video just so you can see real quick. It's like,
I love it. Cool.
It's too good.
Still pointed. The cobras inside will not attack. They will stand their ground. So Fritz, your turn.
Red still has nothing to do with all the situations, so he still casually continues on his way, moving around this whole situation.
As you walk away,
He's pretending to be just a civilian walking around.
you can walk away. Like he will not use this attack of opportunity on you because he wasn't in active combat with you.
Yeah, that's turn.
All right. As you walk away from the bald-headed man, he just angrily looks at you, then looks at the two guys next to him, and he says, "Crossbows." And they both point their crossbow at you as well, Fritz. And Blackjack Mel joins in with that and says, "Please stop. We don't want more. We don't want more bloodshed, please." And the bald-headed man looks at him, and Mel says, "You're you're all prisoners. Yeah. If you stand down, no harm will befall you." At this point, I know Navarlan technically surrendered. Nespip and Atoli technically surrendered. So my question is to you, Fritz. Do you surrender?
Give me a moment. I need to look through something.
Sure. Take your time.
Because he still, first of all, he still doesn't consider himself as part of this whole situation. He's just moving his way through it. So I'm not even sure he would realize that he's being addressed with this. Like, he is not taking any actions except for, like, trying to clear the scene.
As the newest member of the party, it makes sense that you're like, I'm not part of this. Like,
First of all, Blackjack Mel doesn't know that Fritz has any relation to this group because
That's
he
very
hasn't
true.
seen them
He's never
together
met
yet.
him.
true. Mel doesn't know this. That's why Mel didn't point it out. The bald man did.
Yeah, give me a second. I'm trying to find a feature that I'm still confused. Character sheet sometimes. Yeah, Fritz will just casually pull out his pipe and just throw it into the air where Fizzle will pick it up. And then Fritz will just turn into a puff of smoke and disappear.
Bottled respite.
What?
Yeah, that's a thing. That's a patron thing for you. Oh, I love that.
So
Smart.
he disappears into his pipe. His pipe is held by Fizzle, who is invisible, and therefore the pipe is invisible. And
What the fuck?
Yep. I was when I saw your character build, I was like, is he gonna do that at some point where the character basically takes an item that he popped into, therefore making it invisible, and you just did. So smart. Yeah, I kind
I mean,
that works. Okay. As you vanish, notice a couple of nervous crossbows looking around. Like I know he was just there. Like he's, huh? And Mel looks around as well and says, "Don't worry. Like we got the situation under control, right? Right? Yeah, we do. We do. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We got the situation under control. Okay, okay. So everyone, round them up on the streets." He says, and as he says that, I think everyone is going to be put together in the middle of the street. That will effectively end combat for now.
Okay.
Let's close the carousel, make a bit more space on the screen.
while they're
And
moving
let's-
everyone,
Yeah.
Fizzle will just move out of the city and just find some perch where she can see what's happening. Just commentate basically what's happening in into the pipe.
Sure. So you're basically outside of Buckledon Rose where you're gonna go.
Basically, just within eyesight of the situation.
Makes perfect sense. All right. As all of you are rounded up in the middle of the street. Oh, sorry, you wanted to ask something?
Oh, and while we're at it, um, Thistle's been kind of flying above the rooftops. She's going to, Nebron's going to temporarily dismiss her. So you don't have to get rid of the token, but just while this is going on, just so she's going to be she just vanished from up in the sky.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. So all of you are rounded up in the middle of Buckledown Row. And let's see, the bugbear will move aside so you can be together. There we go. And Mel will look at the four of you and especially have some attention for you, Atoli.
Why? I can't imagine why. I didn't do anything wrong.
It says, "Hey, I needed you to come over to Buckle Down Row, have a talk, have a drink. I did not really ask for you to make a ruckus and almost try to kill one of the people here. What's wrong with you?"
It's always kind of puff like quite a substantial amount of blood up on the street, and then wipe his lower lip with the back of his gloved hand, and like, was
Ready
looking
to
for
serve,
you,
my lord.
Mel, couldn't find you in any of the places.
My
You did what
name
you asked.
666777 just subscribed.
We cleared that place.
Okay. And that gives you the right to just barge in somewhere and almost one of the gang members.
No, oh, that's not what it was. But spineless cowards back here took an order from some mysterious lady in the bar. I was curious as to the their necklace. As he smiles, looking like, you know, that really broken smile, rocky smile. It's like, well, you should see, I have a penchant for snakes and stuff like that. I'm imagining at this point he's like unhooded on the street, basically. So yeah, I just wanted to know what it was all about.
As you're basically saying that they're spineless, one of those thugs will look over at Mel and say,
Sorry, you cut out again.
"You wanted to." Oh. As one of these thugs that was in the bar that you went in looks over at Mel and says, "Come on, let us have him. He wanted to be tough. We can skin him alive and just make an example out of him. He's not so tough."
I totally will turn and smile and like, yeah, 4 versus 1, that makes you really tough. And then he spits on the ground again.
One of them steps forward and like gets ready to basically backhand you, but Mel will intervene and say, "Hang on. We have a code.
Okay.
Everyone."
What? You cut out again.
Fucking Discord.
I know.
the code. The four of you, and I don't know where that other guy went, but the four of you are hereby prisoners of the Queensman. You will be escorted to your cells. I don't know if there's enough room, but we'll make it work. And we'll have to figure out something. How to make this right. This doesn't make any sense. You shouldn't have
No.
done this.
It doesn't make any sense that you stab potential newcomers to a place like, this. Potential new people who've done services for you, like procuring a certain artifact.
One of those thugs will chime in and say, doesn't make sense, like you're having a big lip people that we care about in our own bar.
I'm sorry, did I talk to you?
The bar will finally speak up. He put his hands down, and it's like, I agree. I totally. I'm not sure what. I'm not sure what we're accused of. Did you? But we were all walking in there. We heard the ruckus. Your bugbear friend here said we had trouble, and of course, being the helpful sort, I was going to go find out what was going on. Your crossbowmen doing their jobs told me to stop, which I obliged to. Our Elodie here also followed orders. We weren't involved in the fight. We were simply responding to the cry for help from the bugbear guard, and then followed orders entirely. So I'm not sure what we're accused of. Now, totally here, our hot-headed friend.
Well, hold up now.
Probably.
I didn't my alibi is airtight here, and he'll proceed to explain his encounter while periodically coughing up blood. You see, I walked in and I talked to the bar lady, nice lady, overpaid for a very nice bottle of wine, and I talked to try to find the boss lady because some dude on the street here, one of these fellas. And he points to like the other thug that's hanging on to like an inch of his life as well. Told me to go ask in that bar for him, so I did. And as you can see, this guy here got the unfortunate order from the boss lady to try and beat me up. And then his fellas joined in as well. So yeah, I guess I asked the wrong question about a necklace that I found somewhat charming.
And that aside, what are we going to need to do to make this right? Because I don't think everybody here's, we got some bumps and bruises, but it seems like everybody's fine. So what do we need to do to make this right? And yeah, this instead of going to jail, because that doesn't really help anybody, but out of jail we can definitely help you.
Yeah. I don't know how we're going to make this right. I don't know how you're going to make this right. And I know that there's one person that does know that. And until we have talked with her, they're going to go down into the prison. And we'll take it from
We're
there.
resourceful. Sure, your mind-reading friend over here can do that too.
I told you. I think you argued enough.
The man with the bald head will regard that, look over at Mel and say, do it. And with that, he walks away. Mel points at several of the thugs around you and say, go ahead, round them up. Let's take them down to the prisons. The four of you are going to be escorted to the prisons downstairs.
Yay!
I will not drag the tokens through this, but basically what happens with you is you are going to be brought into the old Imperial Public House, which is this one over here. Where there is a staircase at the back over here, which will lead down into the fighting pits. Fritz, you see all of this, well, rather, you hear all of this happening. Are you going to chime in any shape?
You cut out.
Fucking Are you gonna like chime in any shape or form? Are you gonna like do something right now, or are you gonna stay where you are?
He's just gonna stay in his and just, I don't know, get out some lunch and wait for any further developments.
Fair enough. In that case, after a little travel down and through a couple of paths, let me just lower the music just a little bit. There, that's a little on the loud side. You end up in an area over here. If you zoom out the area that I have just cleared open.
What in the?
Since there are not a lot.
What is that Furby?
We'll soon learn. For you, in lieu of any cages and whatnot that they have, will be changed to this room. Blondie will be put in a cage.
Okay.
Oh, there we are.
And there is one more cage where another person is. All right, there you are. As the four of you are being chained to these wooden posts, you notice that there is a giant of a bugbear standing near the entrance to this room. It's like the bugbears upstairs, just twice the size of them. Like he's really broad. Apparently, he is the one standing guard today. After all of you have been chained up, a couple of the thugs walk. Mel, who I also need to put down, will walk over to this ground creature, whisper a couple of things in his ear, and to the four of you and say, than it already is. He'll turn around and walk out.
Yeah, we
You
didn't
cut
catch
out.
that. You cut out.
Oh. He says, don't make it any harder than it already is. He'll walk out.
Okay. Well, unfortunately for him, Atoli's not very good at that, so.
Wow, again. Slanderous accusations. Depending
So
on
what do
how
you guys
long
do?
time passes here, Toli's probably just gonna rest. Like, attempt to take a short rest, even if possible.
If you guys want to like talk or do anything else, you can. If not, yeah, you can take a short rest.
Dude, I'm battered, bruised, and I fell unconscious and I woke up with a miracle. I'm sleeping.
So-
Just out of interest, what did they take our weapons or tools? Did they take anything?
All of your stuff is currently not on you, so you don't have to take it off of your character sheet right now. But you don't have any weapons and stuff on you right now. It's all been taken off. You still have your clothes on, but that's it.
I don't have my weapons. Do I have my tools potentially, or did they
Those have been taken away.
Did they get taken as well? They got
No,
taken
they
away.
will.
Okay.
They will have taken that as well. Yeah.
Do
And
with,
where's Kali?
What happened to the turtle?
yeah, Tali.
Oh, that is a good question. There's one more cage, so I imagine they just shoved it in there. I don't think that's going to do a lot because it's like it's a metal creature. But hey, so it's in the cage over there.
Well, I guess what we might do is let before we start trying anything funky. Maybe let Tully rest up so he can at least feel better. So take
I
a
feel
do a short
fine.
rest.
What are you on about?
Well, I mean, do a short rest so that you can. I'm sure you feel fine, but you know, I'm worn out. That was a lot. So maybe I should take a short rest, and we can all feel. So you can maybe do me a favor and do a short rest. Uh, but I think I asked the guy. So the big guy by Tali, is he also like restrained, or is he another guard?
No, the big guy back there is also restrained. He's in a cage as well, as you can see.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he looks like a really, really big muscle guy, but he's got cuts everywhere, and he is currently in a cage, and he's basically just grimacing at all of being chained up.
Would I recognize him as a human or a giant or whatever?
Wouldn't be weird if you would see him as a giant because he's really big, but you would see he's human.
Okay. Okay. Um, and we are chained. Where are we? Are we chained up like by our ankles, by our hands? How are we chained up?
Your hands and your ankles are both chained around the wooden post.
So we're standing. Can you even do a short
Yes.
rest when you're standing?
And you can sit down by sort of like kneel down kind of thing, like sit on your feet. It's not comfortable, but
Yeah.
you can rest like that.
Okay.
Really need
Um,
to do that, but I guess we'll just
Why?
sit here 'cause
While getting dragged in there, were there any other prison cells or something like that?
Sorry, one more time. We were dragged in here. What?
Were there some prison cells, other prison areas, or is just that the only one we saw where we are currently in?
So the ladder that you see over here is where you entered. I spoke with the stair entrance. You will be brought by the ladder because that makes more sense. That is a hatch that was behind the bar of one of the establishments. So you basically be brought down there.
so
Okay.
are we tied like this so that we're around the post, or is it like
Behind your
over
back,
like that? Oh, so we're all
like that. Yeah.
okay. Okay, that's what I was wondering.
How long was the short rest again?
That's an hour.
I
Just,
feel like
nobody-
Atoli would definitely pass out for at least an hour.
Okay.
Can I take a short rest with it, or
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Um. hmm.
there? That'll do.
This is the bar that I saw that we were in with that Rose lady. Is
Correct.
she
Yeah.
there watching me being dragged into a dungeon?
Yes, because she will be tending bar, so she will have seen you.
Cool. Love that.
You want to? Did you want to say anything to her, or did you just do the walk of shame?
I mean, no, I'm not going to say anything because I'm in chains, right? Or being
What?
restrained.
You're not gagged.
Yeah, but this is like a no sudden moves kind of situation, I feel like.
No sudden moves doesn't mean you can't talk.
What, I'm gonna like shout to her as we're going downstairs? I don't think that's
You,
No,
you
Rose.
literally walk past her. The hatch is behind the bar, so you have to walk past her. Literally, like you can almost touch her.
I don't even know what I would say because like what would she do? She's a bartender. So no, I won't say anything.
All right.
the bugbear is hearing he's hearing buzzing in his ear, like a little fly, like a little mosquito is just like
He'll his ear once or twice, which doesn't help because the sound will like persist.
and each
It'll just
time
be go ahead.
he does that, it goes to the other ear.
He'll be disgruntled and annoyed.
Good.
The giant bugbear will remember this.
There's flies down here.
Well, yeah, it smells like a dump.
So, is there
Alright.
a door here, or is it just a corridor?
It's a corridor. There's no door in that,
Okay.
and I guess you can look a little bit beyond the door. So I might as well. If you look beyond the door, you will see the following. You can see that far. You will see like a bit of an arm of someone. So apparently there's someone stationed outside the door as well. You see a bit of brickwork followed by a little bit of a drop, and you'll see. I think you'll see a little bit of water down there, indicating it might be like in a sewer system or something.
Hmm.
Is this maybe a good time for a short bio break?
Yeah, this could be a good moment for a short.
Yeah. Go.
Just collect our thoughts to see what we're gonna do next.
Yep.
No, I'm fine.
All right.
I've
Yeah,
played.
let's, yeah.
I've played a lot of Elder Scrolls game. I'm used to this scenario being in a prison.
Fair enough.
Unfortunately,
No,
I
that's
don't think assassins are going to break in and kill the emperor this time. So
Ah, damn
we're
it.
gonna have to-
Good call. Yeah, let's take 10 minutes.
Okay.
Okie dokes.
All right, see you in a bit.
All right, chat. We're going on a short intermission here. We will be back shortly. What did I do?
I think that was during the discussion outside when everyone was gathered. Or maybe it was when you got up from being unconscious, I'm not sure. Basically, when you were still a bit escalating the conflict, or rather that you did anything, which you didn't.
I didn't escalate. Well, I might have escalated it a little bit, but I didn't start it.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
definitely
I
didn't
mean,
start it.
I
Definitely not
were-
started.
Besides, 4 versus 1, it's kind of weak. It's not very honorable.
Surprised
I
we
mean, they
catch your
are
face.
thieves, so
Surprise because
You know, to be
What,
to be
sorry?
real, we probably could have taken. I think we could have taken them. I mean, honestly, probably could have taken them.
Dude, I could have
Um,
taken
if
them
it's-
all so easy.
Yeah, if it's just a 4-band, it's really would have been.
Exactly.
Yeah, we could have taken them, but then we would have been in prison with the charge of murder of like 4 or even 6 people. Now we are
Yeah.
just in prison for the charge of one of us, 2 of us, kind of tried to kill one guy or got in a bar fight, basically, which are 2 different levels of fucked.
Yeah. I mean, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. I mean, we're gonna get our meeting with the Queen.
Exactly, see?
Probably not the way. Yeah, I mean, it's all going to. It's all part of the plan. All part of the plan.
Everything is according to
And
plan.
actually,
Just not plan A, not plan B, but
That's right. That's right. That's how we do it.
also note it's taken 13 sessions for me to get behind that name now. That's the first time I make that joke.
Yep. I believe me. I recognize it. I'm glad to have you on board. I think the real question is: do we try and get out? Because I got some ideas, or do
No.
do we wait and see what happens?
We wait.
Okay.
wait. At this point, next
Definitely
step is
wait.
completely useless.
I
I
mean,
mean,
That's,
I
that's
could
the,
Right,
always,
because they took all your tools.
I could still
yeah,
just
and
miss.
without tools, I can't cast any spells.
Really?
I can still just misty step out of here, but
that's what I say. Like, there's some options. Like, Blondie is not. I mean, the cage is not going to keep Blondie. She can get out whenever she wants to.
pretty sure Tali
This'll-
can too.
Yeah, I mean, Blondie. I mean, even if it was rock solid, Blondie, I can pull her back out. She can. I mean, it's not like she's gonna be stuck in there.
What are you gonna puke
we
up
got
another
this-
dragon?
Yeah, basically.
Hey, what you guys talking about?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Dungeons and Dragons and stuff.
Yeah.
Literally.
Right now we're in the dungeons. We're missing the dragons part.
No, we're talking about the dragon just now. Remember?
Blondie.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well, she's more like she's not a dragon.
Not full dragon. Yeah.
All right. Is everyone back, by the way?
Looks like
Yes.
it.
Isabel. Okay. Yeah, we're all back.
Yep. Alrighty. So you've taken a short rest of about an hour. In that hour, nothing really happens. You'll hear footsteps going down the hallway here and there. You'll hear like some water rushing every once in a while, but beyond that, nothing really happens.
The Buckbeak
I think
gets
after about an
increasingly
hour-
annoyed.
Yeah, like, he's just like waving around, and like that makes him angry. But beyond that, he's just grunting and like standing there, getting paid for. After about an hour, an hour has passed. I won't immediately start something. Do you guys still want to do something, or do you just want to wait for whatever's going to happen?
I
No,
think we
we're
all
waiting.
just
I
decided
mean,
that
we
we're just kind of
can-
hanging out.
I thought Blackjack Mel was going to get someone at some point, but are they going to make us wait like a really long time?
He did come in and say, "Don't make it harder than it already is."
I
Yeah.
think we should we should wait a couple of hours, see what's happening. If everything fails, we can still try things.
I mean, we are prisoners. They need if it's too long, they need to feed us and keep us alive. So
And they haven't gagged us.
no, we can still
Right.
talk.
You can totally talk, and
Okay.
the thus far, it doesn't seem like the bugbear minded it. Like he doesn't listen in, he doesn't look up. He's just doing his thing.
Of course not. He has a buzzing in his ear.
No, that and yeah, like he's busy with that. If you decide to wait, let's say another hour, more or less, before you will hear footsteps coming towards the room. And as you might have expected, it is indeed Blackjack Mel who will come in. He'll look over at the bugbear and like give him like a would be like, Ludwig, how are you? All right. Hey. And Ludwig just like stands there. Like
Like, there's a fly here. Get it out.
Mel looks at the four of you and say, so I did some talking. Now that we have a moment to ourselves, don't mind Ludwig, he won't listen. See, there's a thing. You see this guy over here? And he walks over to the cell where like the big guy is. And as soon as Mel, the guy just stands up and grabs the bars of his cell and basically grits his yellow teeth. And Mel looks at him and he's like, yeah, I'm not so scary behind bars. So you see this guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you know why he's here? You talked to him?
No.
No.
Okay. So this buddy over here is part of the Howling Dogs, one of our groups. And the Howling Dogs had to pay tribute, as they always do. They had to deposit the money in the well and be on their merry way, as they always do. Now, this week, this man here was charged with putting the money in the well. And he did. But before he put in the money, he decided he would take out 20 gold for himself and then drop it down the well. But we know. We always know. So he got caught, and now he's sitting here just like you guys. You know what's going to happen to him?
I'm assuming a polite spanking.
Ugh.
You're not far off, he says. It'll be a polite spanking, but it will be with a sword on his neck. Yeah. We don't like.
That totally looks up at Mel and is like, is that you trying to scare us into admitting something as well, or?
No. See, this is just a guy, and you know, he tried to double cross us. There you go. You know, troublesome, and that's where it is. But with you guys, you know, you helped me out a couple of times, and I decided, you know, to wait. And if you was going to come to see me, you know, we would have an audience with the, you know, starting a ruckus in Buckle Down Row is really frowned upon.
Yeah. See, I
Now-
didn't start it. You're cutting out if you're talking right now.
Oh, but you did though.
But I didn't.
Yeah, but like the entire bar said you did.
Yeah, of course, the cronies of the woman who gave the order to kill me as I entered the bar, of course they would, all chime in on that. That seems like a really fair,
They said-
peer system you have here.
Well, be that as it may, it's not looking too great. And usually we know, especially when it's outsiders like you guys, because you're technically still outsiders, you see. The guy I was with, big guy, very important. He
That's why you were
basically said
shitting your
that we should.
pants.
Oh my god.
I'd choose your next words carefully. I'm one of the only friends you still have left in this place.
Which is why I suggest that maybe you also try to not scare us into anything and just be plain with us, because else we might just take the other offer that we have for you, the Queen, and anybody else, and take it to, I don't know, the Flaming Fist? Or, no, wait, what was their name?
I totally.
I totally,
You get
we're
the
literally
idea. Blackjack, what's up? I guess totally trying to say, what's your idea? What's your thought?
So, listen, he turns around, and as he does, he'll just punch a fist into your stomach, totally, for talking back to him. You take 1 point of bludgeoning damage.
Big man.
So, I'm the only friend you still have here. If it wasn't for me, you guys would probably be hanging off of the rafters tomorrow. Because you're an outsider and you made a ruckus, and I know it's just him, but you guys are in it together. So, sins of one, sins of the many, group thing. It's how it works here. It's very difficult, but it's the way it is. I'm sorry. Now, I convinced some of the powers that be that you did do a couple of good things for us, and you might be a very valuable asset to us, and we shouldn't just do away with that. We can do away with a lot of other people, you guys. So you've been given an option. You have an option, basically have a choice of 3. Now, not a lot of people get that, so consider yourselves lucky, but you got an option of 3. One is you decide that you were indeed wrong, and you pay us back for the damages that you caused. You almost killed a guy. You made a lot of people very distressed, and you caused a ruckus, which unfortunately caused more damages. When things like this erupt, people take advantage of the situation. All of that needs to be recounted for. As such, you will have to pay a fine. We've estimated that around 1,000 gold would do. Your items obviously will be confiscated for that and will be part of the sum. But then everything is forgiven and you can go on your merry way.
Next up.
Second, we have the fighting pits here. If you guys compete in the fighting pits and you manage to show your worth, you can buy your freedom with that. More so, maybe if you do well, that offer of seeing the queen is not off the table yet. But you'd have to prove yourself. And the third option is I don't care, and we'll just still hang you from the rafters. It's still an option, if you want to have the easy way out.
Well,
Oh, and one more thing. I don't do tailored approaches. It's an all or nothing kind of thing for everyone.
well, I for one am not keen on hanging. You see, I got my neck. Oh God, it's an old injury. I can't handle it too much. But tell you what, that fighting pit, that sounds like fun, and I personally would love to hear more about it, especially if it means we get our stuff back.
Okay.
Yeah, do we
Yeah, I'm
get our
not
stuff
giving
back?
up.
What would we do it individually as a group?
I understand it brings in a lot of questions. First off, if you actually decide to go to the fighting pits, your items are yours again. You're going to need them, and we will trust you with them. If you double cross us again, it's going to be very short work. I hope you understand. But you get your stuff back. We're not animals here. With all your stuff, you'll be escorted to the fighting pits, and you'll join in the current rounds. If I check the roster, we currently have 5 champions that are up for battle today, and you need to best all 5 of them. It's not a 5v5. It's either a 1v1 or it's tag team. You can pick. But you have to best all 5 of them. If you do, you win.
And all of us have to participate.
No, you can pick who participates, but there are a couple of rules around that. Also, with tag team and whatnot, it's all fine. You can use magic, you can use, but there's just a couple of things that you can't do. No potions, for example, and no cheating. If we catch you trying to cast spells from the sideline, yeah, that's a problem.
Well,
And we have to do them all today.
Yes. I basically already promised that there might be a big, cool fight on hand, so it's packed and people are waiting for you. So look at me hanging.
I
I'm fine with that.
yeah, I like our odds. I mean, we're all pretty capable here.
Hardly seems fair considering I was beaten and bruised up earlier, but
Oh, we'll make sure that you're fine and dandy before you get into the ring. Like, we got our services here. Again, we're not animals.
oh, and this is going to be an
you know,
actual fair fight for once? That'll be fun.
Of course. Wouldn't be fun if it's not a fair fight.
Oh, like in Sneaky McGee's, right?
Yeah, exactly. Over here, we do things fair.
Yeah, no.
It's just there's a couple of ground rules, as I said, no potions. Also, no turning invisible or whatnot. People want to see what they're fighting. You get all the rules from the pitmaster, but it'll make sense.
Sounds like a wonderful time, Blackjack Mel. We can always count on you to give us to show us good hospitality.
Oh, knock off
hey.
the ass licking.
No, you know me. I like helping. I like you guys. And if you guys really want to do this, gold riding on you guys already.
On the interest of following the rules, are beasts be allowed? Would they count as another creature?
If you want to use them in a tag team, then sure. But it's just like it's tag. So if you want to play tag with a creature, feel free.
So if Nespip was fighting, he would either fight with himself or Tally. But if he fought with himself and
What's a
Tally,
Tally?
that would be the thing in the cage.
It's a
the
turtle.
Oh,
I'm just asking,
yeah, no.
like, does he count as that counts as two creatures tag teaming it? So none of us would be able to help him.
Yeah. Like that's
Okay.
a creature, basically, right?
So it would be. Yeah,
Isn't it's a construct.
I know, but
It's
like
just a
this is
machine.
Mel. Like he doesn't know.
Well, in that case, say no.
No,
It's
it isn't. It's just a
it's-
machine. It just
yeah.
listens to my orders.
It's an extension of Nespit.
I use it to fight.
Like a mount.
Yeah, but it's tied to him, though.
It's currently in a cage. I don't see any ties.
That totally looks at Nespit. Could
I
pull the leash.
I'm just gonna say to him, I fight using my items, my inventions. My hammer is tailored to me, my armor is tailored to me, and this turtle is tailored to me. If I'm not allowed to use Tali, I'm basically not allowed to use my hammer. So at least that's my interpretation of this.
Make me a persuasion check. See if Mel falls for this.
Persuasion.
Yes!
Oh,
Yes.
well, that's weird. But then again, you little people are kind of weird like that.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll have to confer with the ringmaster, but I guess that's okay. Just bring him along. Like if you can't use him or something. But yeah, I guess. Weird. Yeah, we'll see. So you guys want to do it?
Well, our only option is to. We don't really have another option.
So we would fight them individually. Like, do we get to choose
Yeah.
which? Like, do we get to see them and choose which one we fight, or do we? Just
Oh, no,
with the
they're-
someone comes out?
There'll be 5 rounds, and every round you'll get a champion, and you get to pick a champion against that. One of you 4. By the way, where are 5 of you you're wrong?
I don't remember there being a fifth one.
Yes,
There
there
might-
was.
No, there was.
We lost him.
Yeah,
We lost him. Yeah.
That tavern
Yeah,
you asked us. That tavern you asked us to check out. Turns out it's a time loop.
Yeah.
And he didn't make it out.
Oh. Wait. Like
You cut out.
magic and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you set foot inside the tavern, you will be forever stuck in that time loop.
Oh. What about tunnel? You find that?
We're here, aren't we?
Yeah. So did you go through the tunnel?
Yes.
Well, let's discuss that with you. That's what we came. Unfortunately, we have fight fixed.
Yeah, I this is right. Oh, all right. Well, if you get your friends back, you're allowed to bring in as many people as you like. You know, these tag teams. So if you have any other friends you want to bring in, I'm fine with that. Let me just help like Dave, make your choices. And you're sure. All right. You're going to stay here a little while longer. There. And
What if we choose him as our 5th fighter? We're going up against 5 people. We could use the muscle.
It's only 5v5. You want to hire him, maybe he's for hire.
And Tully turns and looks at him, seeing if there's a reaction for him to fight for his own life. Your choice.
Yeah, I mean he can fight for you if he wants. He's not going to get out though. That's not going to be like his deal.
Oh, I didn't
fight.
consider, he was getting out. I was just gonna give him a chance to, prove his worth as well. Because it seems like he was thrown down here with punishment, with no chance of actually, putting on a spectacle, I guess.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, I don't think he wants to come out, so we'll just leave him there. So now that you're free again, you can have the run of the place. You can walk around. You can prepare. There's an infirmary on the other side of the sewer. And once you're done, we'll see you in the fighting pits. Oh, and don't try to escape. Like we got every exit covered, and like we'll know when you run out, and like nasty business. Yeah.
Okay.
Great. I'll see you in the fighting pits. Good luck. And like, don't die. As I said, got 50 gold riding on you guys. Huh?
I thought you weren't allowed to kill people in the fighting pits.
He doesn't respond to that as he walks out.
Oh yeah, that was one of the things
That was a big no-no.
the bartender said. Yeah.
The Totally will turn
Well?
around to the warrior in the cage and look at him like, so did you or did you not steal 20 gold?
What concern is that of you?
Call me a passionate asshole.
There's no way that they saw I did.
So you did do it.
Hello?
I'm not going to say it.
Okay.
If I say it here, I'll admit it.
Oh, to the bugbear that doesn't live? Fine. And Tully will turn around and start walking away again.
Okay.
How
I
it works.
totally. And
Welcome back.
Nespip, do you guys need to go to the infirmary?
I definitely need to.
Okay.
I'm good. Unless the infirmary can give me back spell slots, I'm good.
Well, they're gonna fix us up for the whole fight. I'm assuming we get our spell slots back for that too.
That's why I asked if we had to do it today. And he said yes. Didn't he, DM?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so no spell slots. I don't
Well,
think.
that depends on the fixing upping.
They can give you spell slots back?
If it's a good fixer upper, maybe.
So there is another question, of course, above table, which I do have to ask. You are missing one party member, and
Yeah.
you've basically done a free okay to bring him. Are you going to make use of that?
But we don't know
Well, I
where
would-
he is, though.
we-
He disappeared.
We have no
If he
clue
would
where
have
he is.
maybe
Oh my
sent
God.
someone to follow us in, then
Is Fritz
and we
in
can't
here?
leave the building.
We call out to Fritz,
I'm on-
are you in here? Are you with us?
There's no response.
God damn it, get the Ouija board out.
Well then,
Pistol.
I have to be able to see the guy to be able to talk to him in his mind, so I can't.
Yeah, we ain't got a
I mean,
choice.
there was a connection between you and him, but
It's
a lot.
way...
Yeah, but I
yeah.
have
It
to.
was over before
I
the
have to
fight.
be able to see you to establish it again, so I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, because for how long was that active for? Like 6 hours or something, right? When
It was
when did
an
you
hour.
activate that? It was 1 hour now.
It was an hour, and it was. We had basically decided that by the time that Atoli was in there, it had basically gone away because it was with Atoli and Fritz, I think.
With detect magic, do I see an invisible little fairy thing flying around?
Unfortunately not.
Dang it. Okay.
I mean, if you, yeah, I don't. The vibe that I got is that we can't leave this. Like, we can walk around in the sewer, but we can't go up this ladder. Like, we can't go.
That's all he's gonna go
Is
looking
that
for.
correct?
He's gonna go looking for the infirmary.
On a side note, I don't think
That's
detect
good
magic
to
will help you with fizzle.
Because it's not magical, right? It's a feature. Yeah, it's a good
First
point.
of all, feature, and second of all, you only sense the presence of magic, and you see a faint aura around any visible creature.
So I would just know that someone's
There's
invisible
something
around.
magical in here. No, there's
Yeah.
something magical in here. Maybe you would even
Yeah.
know that's illusion, but other than that, fizzle is not a spell, so I'm not even sure if that counts.
Yeah, it's a feature. So technically it wouldn't.
And I mean, above the board, did Fizzle even follow us down here?
You don't know.
Okay.
That's all he's gonna look at
Oh.
one of the guards and be like, ask infirmary. Ask him for direction.
Oh, that away. And they point towards the east.
Thank you.
Are we allowed to move freely down here, or
That's what's been said to you.
okay? Because I needed to leave quickly, so I'm gonna follow Artoli for now.
I feel like I have to be watched. I got this feeling somebody's watching me.
Let's give that as well. There we go.
Any signage of an infirmary nearby?
So over the wooden walkway that has been put down.
Oh, I'm in the water,
Uh,
aren't I? That's fucking water, isn't it?
I imagine you don't jump down there. Like it
No,
doesn't
I
smell
don't.
like.
There's just not enough room.
Yeah, like luckily
for
this
one
is
to
this
be-
is the part of a sewer where the water is mostly like rainwater and stuff, so it's not like refuse. It doesn't stink down here. I mean, other than like mildew and whatnot, but yeah, it's not poop. As you walk into the adjacent room, you will see that there are several people spread out here on tables and beds, groaning in pain. And you will see two people who are currently very busy in a basin of water, washing some blood-soaked rags. you get the feeling these people are trying to help these poor, unfortunate souls here.
I need fixing upping before pit fight.
Huh?
He'll just say
Oh,
bluntly.
the lady over here will turn around and look at you. Are you? Have you fought already, or are you fighting?
Well, I fought outside the pits, and now I'm going to fight inside the pits.
All right. Marv, can you tend to these people while I help our new friends here? And beside this lady, there's like this smallish kind of gnome wearing a blood-soaked apron, who walks over to the people on the beds without saying anything, and he starts to tend to them.
I definitely
The lady
drew
with
the
the
long
blonde
straw
hair.
here.
The lady with the blonde hair to all of you, and she says, "You know, I would really appreciate it personally if people would just be a little fighting and just like not get hurt and die all the time. It's so annoying."
Yeah, I'd appreciate it too if people would ask questions rather than stab first. And he kind of like, he's got a gash wound inside and several clubbings to the face and whatnot, so. Oh, and the
Yeah,
bolt
I
in his
get you.
shoulder.
Um, so is there anything special that happened to you, or do you need just some help with those wounds and whatnot?
I mean, a full workup if you got something like that, that would be great.
Yeah, I can help you with that. Um, Here, allow me. And she puts her hands on your body, and as she does, her hands start to glow like a subtle golden hue.
He'll
As
reel
she
back for
casts,
like a second. It's like, whoa.
she'll cast Cure Wounds on you for a total of 17 points.
I get maximum hit points again.
There you go. Now, this is a free service that we're offering here, but as you can understand, the materials and whatnot that we use don't come cheaply. So any donations
He wouldn't
are
hesitate to
appreciated.
throw out 10 gold for her.
Wow. Okay. She's very happy with that. She says this 10 gold probably saves the lives of a couple of people. That's very kind of you. What's your name?
Totally.
All right. Beautiful name, Atoli. I'll remember that. Thank you. Well, if you are looking for, you were looking for the fighting pits, I imagine, right? Not the fencer.
No, we're well, I guess we kind of got sentenced to fighting in the pits, apparently to the death. So, thanks.
Okay. Well, I mean, that can be fun, I guess, sort of.
Sure, if you win.
If you need the fighting pits, they're up there, and she points towards the north. The fence is down that hall, and she points
The
all the way to
fence?
the south. Yeah, we got a fencer down here
I'm gonna go walk down
above
to the
table. You know what a
fence.
fence is,
No, like
right? I
Like-
wondered.
like a sword fight, like
No.
fencing,
No.
as in like.
Now, so fencing can mean two things. It's either indeed fighting, usually with like a rapier and whatnot, but fencing also means the acquiring, transporting, and selling of illegally gained
Obtained good.
items.
Yeah.
So a
Okay,
smuggler,
so like
basically.
a black market.
Yeah,
Hot wares.
yeah, it's like a
Okay.
fancy black market.
Was
Black
the-
market
was
is ruffians are like, you want to buy drugs. A fence is more like, I got this really expensive painting. It's kind of
Oh, okay.
it fell off a truck kind of thing.
yeah.
Is he down this way or is he up this way?
The fence is
Down this way.
Yep.
Okay.
So as you walk in there, it is a relatively small room with a desk in the middle. Near the entrance, there is a rather sizable creature that is just standing there, ruffian style, with a big mace in his hands. And behind the desk, there is a young man. At first sight, you would assess that this is still a child. Like he's like maybe 15 at best. And as you walk in, the kid looks up and is like, "Oh, hi! Welcome to my shop. Can I interest you in anything?"
Yeah, absolutely. Well, maybe. I'm just more curious about what you have to offer. I'm sure you have plenty of goods that um, fell off the tavern, fell off the caravans coming into town here. So I'm sure this is all on the up and up. So I'd love to see what you have available.
Oh, you're buying. You're not selling.
Uh, yeah. I mean, I won't live with you. We're going to be going to the fighting pits, and I was just seeing what if you might have anything that might give me an edge.
Yeah, sure. At Tick Shop, we take pride in, what do we take pride in? In having the best stuff in Buckle Down Road.
That's
Yeah,
Smooth.
that's
it's a
fair.
hell of a sales pitch.
Yeah, that's maybe.
So I have. Well, let's see what I do have, and like he rummages in a little box that he keeps below the desk, and he takes out a couple of things. First off, he's putting down a couple of potions. Two potions you will immediately recognize as being health potions. He also puts down two other potions that look different and weird. The bottles themselves are either made of glass or of crystal, with a glass or crystal stopper on them. There's two of them. But the liquid inside looks vaguely purple. There's a bit of a purplish hue to it. And it bubbles out of itself very lightly, but it does, almost as if it's carbonated. They look very pretty. So I got those and those. And I do believe I have a couple of magic items down here as well. And he really pull out a couple of magic items. Get the magic item table for you. He'll put down a couple of spell scrolls, two of them in total.
Okay.
And he will have a, let's see. A set of sending stones. And a, let's see, 273. Some boots of the Winterlands. So that's very useful in Drakkenheim.
Okay. Not sure how useful the I'm sending. I mean, what what scrolls are these?
So let's have a look. They're second level scrolls. And they will be a scroll of Misty Step and a scroll of Spider Climb.
Of what?
Oh.
Spider Climb.
Spartan climb.
No,
Spider
spider
climb.
climb.
Oh, spider climb.
How the fuck does Spartans climb?
Okay. That's
They don't.
all 300 of them.
Hup.
okay. And these potions here. So we
Yeah.
can't use we can't use potions when we go once we go in there. So I can't really use the health potions. But what are these these delicious looking purple fizzy drinks right here?
Oh, that's Aqua Delirium.
Aqua Delirium.
Yeah.
What's that? I haven't heard of that beverage.
You're in Drakkenheim. You never heard of Aqua Delirium?
I've heard delirium. I've not heard of aqua. Is this just ground up delirium in water?
So the guy just puts both of his hands down on the table and he says, "You're serious? I'm about to introduce you to Aqua Delirium. Am I gonna? That's so cool."
You're the guy.
Wow. Okay. So I don't know how they're made because I don't do making. I do selling. But it's very potent stuff. And hang on, he like reaches down below his desk and a crumpled piece of paper. So it helps people that use magic to regain spell slots. It seems. And I love the monster energy that just popped up.
Sorry, I couldn't help myself.
That's just
That's perfect.
so it helps. It helps in regaining the ability to cast magic. However that works, I don't use magic. So you drink it, and then you get better at casting spells again. Above table, what this does is as soon as you drink this potion, you can roll a 1d6 and gain that many expended spell slots.
Any level?
If you roll 6 of them, you can get 1 level. There's a maximum of 5th level. But let's say you roll a 6 on the d6, you can get a 5th level on the first level, or 6 first levels, or etc.
Okay,
Any
so it's
combination
that many
constitutes
levels
6.
of spells.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then, so I'm also like you. I don't use a whole lot of magic, but this spider climb scroll. How much are you? How much are you asking for that?
Oh, that one is 100.
100. Okay. Um. Pulls out a sec. Would you also take some in trade? And he pulls out a delirium chip. It's like,
Ooh. Yeah, sure. That is. Can you put it on the table?
what's on the table?
He gets one of those copper monocles out, like that's yeah, that's about 10 gold, I think. So sure, I could take it
Okay.
as trade in for 10 gold.
Okay. Gold. So if I gave you that plus 90, so it'd be 90 gold out of my pocket plus the
Yeah,
delirium chip. Okay.
yeah, that'd be fine.
And so this is actually a question for you as a out of character. Spider climb would, because I mean I just looked up what spider climb did. Would the Bartlett know what that does? Because depending on how this goes, I mean, Nabarlin, the whole character is based around the dragon. So without a dragon, he literally can't like doesn't do anything. So I'm just trying to think of how to manage without the dragon. Um, the spider climb lasts for. Would Nabarlin know what it does? That's what I'm asking. What is there?
I think you, like, barring the details of the spell, I think you roughly know what it does, and the name itself pretty much already like gives away what it does. I think you would have a rough idea of what it is.
Okay.
But you have a sorcerer with you who might.
Oh, that's true. But I'm reading it. This basically means I could just like run. Here, I'll get my camera off doing finger motions, but I'd be able to run up a wall. Basically, is what it's saying.
Yeah, yeah. Your feet get sticky and you run up walls. That's in essence what it does.
Okay. All right. Well, I will going back into character here. Okay. I think we got a deal. I'll give you 90 gold plus this delirium chip, and take 1 scroll.
All right. Well, here you go. Have a lot of fun with it. And if you ever need anything else, or if you want to sell something, we're the place to go, even if it's really hot, because we'll be able to sell it.
I'll keep that in mind. Thank you, sir. Gonna walk on out.
Proceeds to sell a pot
Uh,
of freshly boiled water.
while while that was happening, Nespip would have gone up to the healer and quietly asked, "Hey, sorry, so you're healing everyone coming through here that is wounded, or just fighters?"
Yes. I mean, technically not fighters yet because you're about to join the fighting pits, but that's still okay. Like it's not a free service for everyone, but we try to keep it fair down here. So yeah.
You wouldn't have seen or healed a dwarf with a brown beard, blue eyes, sometime recent, right?
Hmm. Now, there's a lot of dwarfs that come through here, but that does sound familiar.
Single gold tooth.
I'm not sure, but I do.
You're cutting out again.
Huh. Yeah, I think it's been a while, but I believe I have seen a dwarf with brown hair and blue eyes. You said right?
Yeah, blue eyes.
Yeah, I think so. He wasn't a fighter though. He was escorted by, I believe, one of the tieflings. I always forget their names, but there's something about deceiving or lying, something like that.
Lies and deceit.
Lies and deceit.
Yeah, that could be it. That's a horrible name to pick, right? Anyways, I believe they escorted him into the fighting pits, but he wasn't a fighter.
You don't know what happened to him, what happened to him after that, or something like
Well, he
that, right?
wasn't wounded because he was wounded because if he would be, then I would have seen him here. I imagine. So no, I wouldn't know.
Okay, still, thank you.
You're welcome. I hope you find this person. Like I don't know if it's family or not. I don't need to pry, but I hope you find him.
Thank you. And I'm gonna give her a gold coin.
Thank you. Yeah. All right. What else do you guys do?
Patholi's
Well, I do-
waiting by the entrance to the fighting pits. Just waiting,
And
leaning up against the wall.
I fill a totally in on this on the aqua delirium, just in case he needs it.
No.
If he wants to go try it. Okay. Right. I think that's all I gotta do down here.
I hate to go up and ask this lady to describe another family member and ask if they've seen them, but I think she seems nice, so I think I'll do that. So
It seems like everyone is looking for someone nowadays. That is the fate of
yeah,
Drakkenheim. What can I help you with, child?
I'm looking for my brother. He looks like me, but taller, blonde hair, blue eyes. He disappeared a couple weeks ago. And
Do you mean Marcus?
Yes.
Yeah, I know him. I mean, I don't know him, but I've seen him. Yeah.
Where?
Oh, he was down here as well. He actually didn't come to visit the fighting pits, but instead he moved to the Under Tavern.
The Under Tavern? What's
Yeah.
that?
Oh, I'm really not supposed to tell you. As a matter of fact, you probably should forget that I said that.
Right. Okay. How long ago did you see him?
Oh, that has to be a couple of weeks at max. Like, this was not long ago.
Okay.
That's a rare occasion. A lot of people actually find their family members back. You should feel happy, I imagine.
Yeah, yeah. Um I'm still pretty worried, but yeah.
No, I get that.
That's
Like, you haven't found him yet, but at least, you know, well, at least you know where to look, I think.
So you know his name? So you did treat him.
Yes, I did.
So he did bite at one point.
I probably already said a lot more than I should, but yes.
Okay. That's really helpful. I slip her 5 gold. Um and that is that because I don't need any healing. I just really appreciate that information.
Thank you.
Might need healing later though, so
No, find me.
okay. And her name, what's your name?
Oh, I'm Patty. Patty Tompkins.
Patty. Okay. Okay. All right. And then I turn to the rest of us. I guess we just go in there and meet with the guy who does who's the ringleader person. He said it's a tag team thing, so do we have someone that we want to start with?
I think we should probably figure out who we're up against, and then we can kind of figure out how we're wanting to do this.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was trying to ask Blackjack Mel is if we were just going to
Oh.
be thrown into the pit or like one person was just going to be thrown into the pit or two people for the tag team and then we didn't get to find out. I don't know if we get to choose who we get to fight.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah,
Cuz like sometimes the fighting pit is like like they're not going to I don't know. I don't know. We don't know anything. Let's go find out.
let's go find out. Yeah, let's go find out. Here we go. We're walking down there. We're going to go find out. Here we go. Puff,
All
puff.
right. Bum, bum, bum. So, as you walk into the fighting pits
Oh,
and you take one step towards,
looks like a heart. Kind of.
Oh no, Barry.
Oh,
Barry, we
he's
lost you.
really frozen.
Did he
Oh
cut? He
no!
cut out completely.
I think
I'm
his
still.
entire thing. Oh, you're still there.
Okay,
Okay.
your webcam froze.
Oh, okay. I'm still here
here.
though.
Oh, he's
Yeah, I saw the connection going down and up again, but I believe I'm back.
Yep,
you're
are.
back, and then I see there's a whole scattering of stuff in there now.
Yeah, there's a lot of people in there.
Oh,
So as you
damn.
come into the ring, or the square, if you will, the fighting pit, a battle has just concluded, and you notice that with a loud cheer, um, the people enjoyed the last round. A bruised and beaten body is dragged out of the fighting pit, and two people step into the center of the ring. You'll notice a rather large, heavy-set man with long, white, flowy hair. And next to him, you'll notice that there's a halfling with a curly mustache who is holding a whole bunch of tickets. As the both of them enter the ring, the large man starts to speak. Well, that was certainly a fight to behold, and I imagine that some of you have made a pretty coin off of that. You want to make some more? Place your bets now, because we will soon have another fight on our hands. And I believe, and he looks over his shoulder towards the four of you, our next competitors have just entered. If you want to place a bet, please come see Rocky and place your bet right now. We'll be with you shortly. And everybody cheers and applauds as he turns around and walks towards the four of you. So you're the four? You're it?
Or horseman.
I did Mel tell you that it's going to be like 5 contestants? Like, are you sure you just want to compete with the four of you?
That's what we're going to ask about. And Barlin steps aside. Does this count as one, or is this is she's with me? She's a part of my fighting style.
She's
This is-
quite literally a part of you. You kind of gave, birth to her.
Yeah, that's kind of hard to explain.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
I look up I look up in our eyes. You can tell by our eyes, and he looks up, and the Barlin has the same. They have the same eyes. She has my eyes. Can't you tell?
Oh my god. With thaumaturgy.
Yeah, she could be your 5th. As a tag team, as always. Like, usually no animals, but if you want to like let her fight, yeah, it's pretty fun. I can market that.
Okay.
All right.
And what
What's
about
that
the turtle?
contraption over there?
That's one of the tools I use for fighting. It's like my shield. It's like my warhammer. So is this turtle. I build things to help me fight.
I swear I'll get to Mel this day or another about these weird things that he's allowing into fighting pits. It's no longer just a fair, normal fight. Well, like if he said it's okay, then it's okay.
Thank you.
All right. So that's 5, I imagine. Just above
Well, we have a
just above table.
I have a question.
I want to make sure, because like I hate excluding people. You did obviously choose to fly away
It's
from the fight. Are you
absolutely
cool?
fine. I'm
Okay,
absolutely
just
fine with
Well, I'm not trying to exclude
You're
it. I'm just
cutting out.
like if Fritz was here, then obviously I would love to have Fritz as opposed to Blondie, because Blondie isn't the best in the fight by herself. But I'm just trying to make do with what we got here.
You just got permission to fight with Blondie.
Well, not in like tag team. Nothing more.
Well, Nespip got permission to fight with Tali.
Because it's an object.
That's fair.
Yeah, you could spin it as that's just like a weapon. It's no different than
Pick Tali
that,
up
where
by the
Blondie's-
leg. Pick Tali by the leg and start swinging her around.
And this actually might be something for you, Barry, because Blondie's infused strikes. I'm not sure how that translates to the fighting pit, because that is one of the main functions of her, as opposed to, she's also a tank, but also that's also a main function. Would that count as sideline help, even though it is, or would that not?
It is sideline help, but based on the description of infused strikes, it doesn't say anything about how this happens. So if you're going to make use of this, I'm going to roll a stealth check to see whether or not this is something that people notice. I will count as a subtle spell that happens. So there's a big chance that people won't notice, but there might be a chance that they do. So whether or not you want to use this is up to you.
Okay, fair enough. Okay. And then
Do we go?
All right.
go ahead.
Do we go? Do we go one at a time?
So, this is your first time in the pits, right?
Yeah.
All right. Now, there's a couple of rules to keep things fair, to keep things interesting, and to basically make sure that we're not cheating. So, first off, this is not an all-out battle. It's either 1v1 or tag team. Every round, you can choose. If you choose tag team, your opponent will too. If you choose 1v1, then that's what you get. You know how tag team fight works, right?
Why
Uh,
don't you explain it to us? Because the rules here don't seem to always be the most obvious.
So if you play a tag team, you will either tag in or tag out by visibly tapping your teammate. Only
And-
outside the ring. And whoever is
What is-
tagging out must be wholly within.
where's the ring?
He points at all the objects around the room. He says, that's the ring.
Okay.
It's shaped like
So,
a
like-
butterfly.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Now, if it is your
Whenever-
turn, if it is your turn and you're not tagged out, you must stay within the ring. If you aren't in the ring at the end of your turn, you lose.
Okay, so we can go out of the ring as long as we end our turn in the ring.
Correct. You can use the wall if you want to make a cool jump or whatever. That's all fine. You just need to end inside the ring. Now,
and
if
then-
some of you know magic, and it looks like some of you might, you're allowed to use it. You can also use whatever gear you got with you. Now,
So if we, okay, never mind. Keep going. You got more rules.
oh, there's a lot more. Now, your team will lose if any of the outside members of the outside ring is caught casting spells or otherwise influencing anyone within the ring. We'll keep watch. You can see you casting a spell or aiding your friend like that. It's over. Yeah?
Okay.
Now, if you
Okay.
are a team, if you are a tag team, and you're tagged out, you are allowed to cast spells on each other while tagged out. You cannot cast spells into the ring. He looks at you and he says, no poison. We mean it. If you get caught using poison, we'll make you drink it all.
Wait, what? Hold on a minute now. Does that count for, poison spray too?
No poison.
So why am I fighting with a handicap
about
when nobody
venom?
else is?
Sucks to be you, I guess.
Yeah, that's fair. Can't even get a fair fight in the pit.
No potions. If anyone on your team drinks a potion or is caught under the effects of one, your team loses, and we're taking all of your potions. The only exception is using a potion to save the life of a knocked out teammate.
Okay. How high are the
No.
walls? Barry.
Yep.
Oh, you're not,
No,
you're
go
not
ahead.
done. You're still going. Oh, I was
No,
going to say, how
there's
high
still
are the
more.
walls? Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
This will be like, let's say
15 or 50?
15.
Oh, okay.
No invisibility or any of that weird darkness stuff. It's no fun for the audience if they can't see you. If you get knocked unconscious, you're out. I will personally make sure that you're being taken off the field and being stabilized so you don't die. Now, if someone gets taken out, you can send in another member to replace them. Not during that fight, you will lose that round, but the next round, obviously, you can switch around. There is no rule against killing your opponent, but generally speaking, we do frown upon this. So it's best not to do it.
I gotta ask. You did say magic's involved. Surely somebody here uses magic to uh, conjure creatures or weapons in the middle of a fight. What were the rules about that?
If the person in the ring casts this to aid them in their fight, it is fine.
Okay.
That's the
Okay.
rules. Any questions?
Mm, I guess the last one is: do we know the lineup before we start, or is the same way as we are? They just kind of pick and choose each time.
We have a line of champions, and I will call them out as I do. Since this is your first night in the pits, I will call out your opponent first, and you get to decide who takes him on.
Just to be clear, is this a fight to the death for our sakes, or
Not
Mel
really sure
didn't
what
seem
you
to
mean.
Mel didn't seem to want to answer that. That you know,
Well, as I said, fighting to the death is allowed in the ring, but it's frowned upon, and I would advise against it. Do best just to win, not to kill.
a distinction without a difference, I guess. Okay.
I think the other team won't be killing us, but we will still hang from the gallows if we lose.
Yeah,
Hmm.
let's see. Well, let's get this party started then.
Just quickly,
Alright.
You mentioned
so we
one. Yeah. No, go ahead,
should,
Christian.
we were allowed to. Are we allowed to heal ourselves between fights, or with potions, or are potions completely out of question until the end of the entire fight?
If they are healing potions to help you resuscitate your team members, then that is fine. Anything else is a no-no.
Resuscitate, so not just healing myself for some damage between
Wow.
Healing
fights.
yourself with a potion is fine too between rounds, not during a fight.
Okay.
And well, I was saying you said no darkness or invisibility. So those are the two banned visibility options.
I'm getting a feeling you're trying to play the rules. Generally speaking, we want to make sure that the audience can follow the fight with their eyes.
Okay, you want nothing that will inhibit the audience from seeing the fight.
Can you run that by me again? What?
Nothing that prohibits the audience from seeing the fight.
Exactly.
Okay.
So it's fine to cast blindness deafness on your opponent.
On your opponent, it's fine.
Okay.
And something like Misty Step would be fine because it looks like you disappear, but you come right back. So
Yeah, and as long as that's within the circle, you're fine.
how do the rounds work? Is it like because for me, like a tag team, like how do you? Is it just like everyone that goes down is a round, or like what? How would a tag team work?
With a tag team,
because he said something
with a
about
tag
rounds.
team, yeah, if you do 1v1, it is the first to go down loses. With a tag team, it's the first team to go down or yield. If there's
Okay.
two if there's two in the circle, one goes down, the other one basically gets tagged in automatically because she yields.
Okay, and the
Oh.
tag team, they can tag. We can tag anyone from this team in. It's not like we choose between two.
If it's a tag team, you pick the two that are going to be the tag team for that round.
Okay, that is a clarification. Do we get to know who the other two are?
They'll call the name and then just
Both names.
It's usually
you cut out.
It's usually what? Yeah.
champions with whatever lackey they have with them.
Wow.
Okay.
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 Who's first on the docket then?
Go ahead and sit in your corner over there. And he motions towards the hay bales that are over there. Take a moment to prepare, and I'll tell you.
Another quick question: can we bet on ourselves?
Yeah, you can choose one you want.
You want to bet?
Yep.
Oh.
Oh. There's nothing against betting on yourself or on the other, of course. Yeah, sure.
And I'm gonna look to.
You'd have to talk to Rocky for that.
And I'm gonna look to Blackjack Mel. If we lose this, we're gonna die, right?
Blackjack Man will approach you guys, be like, "So you settled in? What was that?"
If we lose this fight, we will die, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go to, what was he called?
Rocky.
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 It
Hey.
totally will give Nespip his money as well. So yeah, put it all on me too.
Is the betting per fight or per the entire?
Oh, it is per fight.
Okay, so per round it's the bet. Okay. Okay, if we know in what teams we will fight, then I guess we will bet. Sorry.
Okay. Whenever you're ready, just let me know. Rocky says, and he goes back to the other people to basically sell tickets and get money.
It's only like motions like 140 gold on myself.
We only do 100 max per round.
Fine, 100.
Okay, 100 on yourself.
Yep.
Okay. Sure. And he takes 100 gold from you to have a bet. All right. As that happens, Blackjack Mel approaches your corner, and he says, "Hey, so
hey, look, you're really in our
luck.
corner."
I've always been in your corner, guys. So good luck. I know you guys can do it. They got a couple of really difficult ones today, but I think you guys will manage. You've got rules down, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
No poison.
Mostly.
Yeah, poison, whatnot, and yeah, just keep your wits about you. And he turns like his back towards you guys as he keeps on like talking, like keep your wits about. Just make sure that you're, give it all you got. And as he says that, like he motions his hand behind him, and he has like a little tin in his hand that he sort of like goes over to Nabarlan, who's closest.
Okay.
Tin?
A little tin, yes.
I
Like a little metal container.
Nabarlin kind of turns around to go sit on a bale over here, and as he does, he's looking at the tin.
You're noticing that he's trying to hand it to you, like sneakily.
Well, I mean,
he got it. He took it and turns away.
Oh, he got it.
Go sit.
He turns away, so his back is facing everybody else, and so he's in the motion of walking over here. He's looking at it.
All right. So don't let me down. Got a lot of money riding on you guys, and we'll talk after the fight. Good luck. And he walks away. So I imagine you obviously want to know what's in the tin.
Yes.
Yeah, we want to know what's in the fucking tin.
So as you open it up, there is this really thick sort of salve or paste, or basically like sort of like an ointment, basically. It's very thick, and it smells faintly of aloe. For those of you that aloe, yeah. So for those of you that might know this item, the description. If you don't, I think of your group, a couple of you might recognize this by seeing it. This is restorative ointment. And in this tin, there is basically this very big swath of goop that you can stare onto a wound or whatever. There is a total of 3 doses in there. And applying one of these doses to the skin will do a couple of things. You will regain 2d8 plus 2 hit points by applying it per application. It'll remove any poison, and you'll be cured of any disease at the same time.
Hmm. I don't like the talk of disease here.
Yeah,
And the curing
Ah,
of
poison was-
like poison? What the
poison's banned, isn't it? Unless these are criminals and they're just gonna do whatever the fuck they want.
So
Neberlin has,
if you want, if anyone wants to add this is an actual item. It's called Restorative Ointment.
Neberlin's had detect magic up. He looks over at the group of 5 conspicuously placed individuals. Does he notice any magic aura on them?
Let me have a look. Because I don't believe so. No.
Okay.
All right, let's get this fight started.
As
Well-
much as
Should we-
would love to get the fight started, we are coming about 5 o'clock, and I've got to actually go at 5 o'clock.
Oh, come on. Damn it.
I mean, yeah, we're gonna do it next week. Obviously.
No, we're not.
But you wanted to go. You wanted to get one round in.
Yeah. I mean, because we're not going to be here next week, because like half of us, well, a quarter of us is going to be at TwitchCon.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well-
Oh, that is gonna suck.
Well, I guess if it's just 1-on-1, I guess the fight actually might go faster. So
I mean, I can tell you guys right now, Atoli would definitely want a one-on-one fight at this point. Like, it's been robbed from like a couple of times now.
So
Personally,
we'll
my sneak attack doesn't do anything for me without someone else in the ring. I don't think.
Nope.
So I would prefer to tag team at least one of
But-
these rounds, the one that I'm in.
But the attack team doesn't help you because you're just alone in the ring.
Yeah, so you don't get sneaking
Oh.
attack anyway.
correct. Well, there's still applications how you can get it. Be smart.
Okay.
So
Nice.
I heard what you said, Nibarlin. So we'll draw towards a conclusion because I do have, as you guys know, I have a bit of a cliffhanger for you, of course, as always.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
So, as all of you are getting ready for this fight, you're probably talking amongst yourself about how you want to approach this. Do you have an idea who wants to fight first?
No, that depends on the name that's being shouted first.
Yeah.
All right. In that case, Rocky will notice that it's starting to get ready. So Rocky will also move to the side, and Bull will enter the center of the ring. As he does, he says, "All right then, everyone, rejoice, for we have another set of 5 amazing fighters for you who dare to take up against the 5 champions of the bandits upstairs." And everyone laughs with him. Let's see how they fare against our very, very best. And at first, we will have in this corner, and he's speaking as his eye is drawn towards the entrance to the fighting pits, the drawbridge. And as he looks over there, he immediately falls to a knee. "I didn't know you were coming today."
Oh,
And as all of you are looking over, you see in the doorway,
oh, here she comes.
beautifully clad lady, dressed in a fine looking attire. And she's sporting a gorgeous hat. And underneath that, a small mask covering most of her face. It seems that the Queen of Thieves has felt it just to see this fight for herself. And that is where we're going to end today.
All right.
It's a good cliffhanger. Now we got 2 weeks to wait.
I'm not okay with this.
With the Queen of Thieves being here, that's cool, man.
I am not okay with this. We should have overtime. We should have halftime. Like we had halftime. There's outages and whatnot here. So I need this. I need this VAR checked.
I totally. You wanted to have an audience for the Queen of Thieves, and so here we go. I guess you didn't specify what kind of audience. And she is definitely in
She's
the audience.
in the audience.
I mean, right now I'm just jonesing for a fair fight for once.
All right. So that's what we're going to call it for today. I know it's technically not my fault, but sorry for the Discord issues. I'll because I have been I'm in the Discord of Start Playing as well with all the other Dungeon Masters. And this is a topic that comes back once in a while, like fucking Discord. How do we manage? And I'm just going to talk with a couple of other DMs because there's been some talk about work better or whatever. I'm just going to look at that like maybe there's just a audio quality than Discord.
I can recommend, of course, TeamSpeak. If it's just for voice as a backup, it's absolutely amazing, and it's not even a contest in voice quality.
There is the
That's
possibility. There is the possibility of boosting your server on Discord as well for a couple of euros. That's
a good point.
Actually, gives you.
I'm just not sure. I'm just not sure it will help with these outages. It will improve the audio quality, but it will not help with outages, I think, because that's.
And so
it's better. It gives you better servers basically, and also better audio quality.
So here's
I'll look into it.
It's kind of a meme that my connection sucks, but it only sucks on Discord. I do remote work 3 days a week, and I'm on video calls, all kinds of stuff every day. I only have this issue on Discord.
Yeah,
so,
and I've heard from other people as well that like Zoom works pretty well, even though Zoom, unfortunately, I believe is very expensive. I'll have a look at that. Like, I don't mind dropping some money so we have like a better connection. So I will 2 weeks now for you guys. So I will come back with like a hopefully like a bit better solution because this is like it was okay today, but could have been a lot better.
It's usually okay. It's just really annoying if it's no.
Yeah.
Do you have Nitro on Discord?
Not yet, but like that is one of those things that I can get. Like,
I'm not sure if I think I think I can gift it actually. So I've had it for like ever.
Yeah, like I've had a gift like a month, I believe, once at some point.
Yeah, I mean that'll be enough for for us to just try it.
That is true. If you do have it and you can't give it away, then wait until like 2 weeks. And then
Yeah.
Like,
No, I'm just gonna
that,
dig into Discord and see what's what first.
Sure.
I also have a Nitro subscription, so I can just boost the server as well. I just don't know how.
Quite easy. You just click at the top, and then server boost. There, where it says DM Barry server, and then just server boost.
Oh, that's easy.
Yeah, it's money. Of course, it's easy.
So I actually gotta go. I gotta go.
Yeah, no worries.
See y'all in a couple weeks.
Yeah, it sounds good.
Bye, Nabarlin.
We'll see you in 2 weeks. For everyone else, we'll post some pictures of TwitchCon because Guardian Angels will be there as well. So we'll post some pictures, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Yes.
All right. See you then. Bye-bye.
See you.
Toodles. And chat, the same goes for everyone here. Appreciate you all hanging out. Appreciate you lurking. Appreciate you talking. Appreciate everything. You guys are amazing. And I'll see you on both YouTube and on Twitch the next time. That being said, it's going to take a little bit longer to upload this next session because I will be attending TwitchCon next week with DM Barry. And so it's going to be at least 2 weeks or something like that. So I might schedule the upload of this on Friday, the next, to kind of tide it over a little bit. But I don't know. Might also just upload it. I don't know. I'll figure something. Anyways, thank you for hanging, and I'll see you next time.